Perfect. So today we are going over urgency and timing, and this is particular for the holiday season. Obviously, it's coming up to Christmas, New Year. How can we create urgency and use the timing of Christmas to our advantage? Because normally, most people in sales would see Christmas time as a hindrance, right? Everybody's busy, people aren't replying, everybody has got no money because they're spending it on Christmas presents, etc., etc. But a very good salesperson remote appointment setter will use this to their advantage. And we're going to break down how we do that today. So, the intro. In the world of remote sales, urgency and timing are critical tools for driving conversation. Understanding how to leverage these elements effectively can mean the difference between closing a deal or losing it. This masterclass is going to cover why urgency works, right? So psychologically, urgency taps into the prospect's fear of missing out, FOMO, right? If you've never heard of the term of FOMO before, I'll probably refer to it a couple of times throughout this doc. It is fear of missing out, FOMO, right? And it creates a sense of immediate importance. Decision acceleration. So prospects often procrastinate due to being indecisive. Urgency forces them to prioritize your offer and get the ball rolling quicker. A competitive advantage. If your offer feels more pressing than a competitor's, then you're more likely to win the sale, right? You're more likely to get that booked appointment. If what you're offering in our community to prospects is a better offer compared to somebody else's appointment setting community, you're a lot more likely to get that sale, right? So the key benefits of using urgency. So it increases your conversion rate. Urgency nudges hesitant buyers to act. So what this means is people who are on the fence, teeter-tottering, creating urgency around it is going to increase people to book a call, buy a low ticket offer, or even using urgency on a closing call is going to increase their likelihood to close. It also reduces sale cycle time. So what does this mean? Prospects are less likely to delay their decision when urgency is well implemented. And finally, number three, it improves focus. So it keeps your prospect's attention on your product or service and it reduces distraction. So the juicy stuff, right? How do we create and actually use urgency to our advantage? So yeah, how to actually create and use urgency when we're appointment setting, selling for our low ticket community, or booking those calls on our high ticket offers. So use limited availability. What does this mean? Using phrases like, well, there's only 5 spots left, or we're only running this deal for a limited time, right? For the Christmas holiday period. There's only 5 spots left over the Christmas holiday period, as we want to give these 5 people the best opportunity. We're not just here to make a load of money and sell to everybody. We're here to help 5 people. Do you want to be one of these 5 people? Well, yeah, of course I do. So I'm going to pay, I'm going to book a call, etc., etc. Right? This encourages immediate action. So, a lovely example that me and Jake came up with earlier. So, our schedule is almost fully booked for the whole of December. Now, if you want to be able to have a quality conversation with Coach Steve, Sam, Jake, whoever it is, then I would suggest booking in ASAP to make sure that you don't have to wait until January, right? This is really crucial, such a high leverage skill, and it's really quite simple, right? Once you fully understand it, it's really, really simple, but it's extremely high leverage. So make sure everybody here remembers the use of limited availability. I don't know why it's highlighting that one. There we go. Number two, time sensitive offers. So set deadlines for discounts, bonuses, or exclusive deals. So what does this mean? An example of this is sign up by Friday and receive an additional 15% off. Now, of course, if you're not necessarily running your own offer, if you are appointment setting, this can be slightly more challenging because you don't have that much control over the services that you're providing. However, using a deadline, yet again, we can say, well, or sorry, an example of this for appointment setting would be so Well, what I need you to do, bro, is I need you to book in by the end of the day so I can guarantee that you get seen by our right-hand man, our senior advisor, however you want to frame a closer. Or if you're selling the low ticket offer as the community, what I need you to do, bro, is simply make sure you buy by this evening because Thursday, the 12th of December, the price is actually going up to $150. Now, I mean, it makes no odds to me. If you want to pay the extra, you can wait. But tomorrow, the price is going up. So just pay, make sure you get in tonight, bro. Pay now, and you'll save yourself $50. And of course, the price doesn't have to be going up tomorrow, but by you saying that as an appointment setter, you're going to increase that urgency. And the prospect is more likely to pay, come through the door, and you're going to get your commission, which is a win-win for absolutely everyone. Number three, highlighting the consequences of inaction. So, simple terms, what this means is showing the prospect what is going to happen if they do not take action. So show prospects what they might lose by delaying booking the call, buying the product, going through the funnel. An example of this, so without adding in our solutions, you risk spending 30% more time on manual tasks with your business. So for this example, this would be selling a service as a solution, right? So an example off the top of the dome for um, an appointment setter for the community. So, Jake, what's your day to day going to look like if you don't move forward with joining A-Track Setter Academy? Oh, so you're going to be stuck selling door-to-door solar sales. Well, does that pay you well? Do you enjoy waking up at 6 a.m. every day to go out in the freezing cold and sell solar? I didn't think so, bro. So I'm actually really trying to help you out here. And like I said earlier on, tomorrow the price is going up to $150. So just make sure you jump in now, bro. Jake, would you be jumping in or would you be waiting to stand in the cold?
I don't want to be standing in the cold at 6 a.m., man. I'm hopping in. Let's
We're jumping in, bro. We're jumping in. And then number four, personalized urgency. So tailoring urgency to the prospect's unique pain points or goals. So, an example of this, if we start now, you'll be able to get closer or even achieve your goals by Q2 of next year instead of Q4. Yet again, let's pretend that Jake was my prospect and I've dived deep into his pain points. And I know that Jake is getting up every day at 6 a.m. to sell solar door to door in, I don't know, America geography, in a cold state, right? So I can say something like, so Jake, we can start now. And by the end of January, you can be earning upwards of 4,000 US dollars a month with remote appointment setting. However, if you stay as you are, bro, you're going to be waking up at 6 a.m. and knocking cold doors every day. Like the choice is yours. And because I've specifically targeted his pain points, it's specific to Jake, there's going to be a lot more urgency created.
Center
Is that
should
all clear with everyone so far?
only
Yes.
Perfect.
open.
And then part three. Timing in remote sales, right? So the role of timing. And what we mean by timing is using timing within conversations to drop certain key points or to build rapport. Whichever is best about time should be dropped within the conversation. And using timing as a seasonality and within the holidays helps push the prospects forward. Timing is just as critical as urgency. Even a perfectly structured sales pitch can fail if it's delivered at the wrong time. So by timing, this is what we mean by this in your guys' circumstance is sending that booking link at the right time. Opening your pitch to say, well, A-Track Setter Academy is going to solve this problem for you. Here's the link to buy it at the right time. Because no matter how good you are at asking permission to send a booking link or have a lovely delivering sentence about joining the academy, if the prospect hasn't been, their pain hasn't been amplified enough, or they're not in the right neocortex state of mind to understand that we're trying to talk to them rationally and not emotionally, they're not going to buy. They're not going to ask for a booking link. They're simply not going to do it. So understand the prospect's buying cycle. Identify where they are in the decision-making process, their awareness, consideration, or decision, right? And then adjust your messaging to match their readiness. If you're halfway through your sales process and the prospect's going, yeah, you know what, I would actually love to jump on a call with Jake. He sounds like a lovely bloke and he seems like he's got a lot of value to provide me, then send a booking link. If you've got through your whole process and you're getting towards where you're about to send a booking link, or you're going to send the low ticket offer, the school community, and they don't really seem too interested in the conversation, it's most likely that you haven't hit their pain points hard enough. You haven't amplified enough pain yet. So go back, run through the process again, maybe find another pain point or an, two other pain points, and really extrapolate the pain so they feel like where they currently are, their current situation is really problematic, and then move into the process of delivering your booking link or the low ticket offer. Step number 2 of timing is use data and insights. So analyze when prospects are most responsive, i.e., the time of day and the day of week. It might be that you're speaking to a lot of prospects in the States, and Sunday evenings are a super high response rate time. So what I would do personally, if that was the case, I would spend all of my Sunday evenings dedicated to that because it's going to be the highest leverage task. So research shows that midweek calls often yield better results on a Monday or a Friday. Mondays, people are stressed, going back to work. Fridays, people just want their weekend to start. So of course, do your own research. You may be prospecting different types of prospects. You could be hitting up SMMA people saying that they need better sales systems within their agency. You could be recruiting people into appointment setting from a 9 to 5. It's a very different target demographic. So whoever you find as being an ideal avatar, do your research, message them all day, every day, work out when you get the best response rate, when people are in the best mood. If you find that on certain holidays people didn't reply, then maybe leave it on those types of holidays, etc., etc. And then number 3, perfect follow-ups. So follow-up timing is essential. Be consistent, but not overbearing. So what we mean by this is the fortune is in the follow-up. Most people will convert on the 6th to 8th follow-up touch. However, you don't want to be overbearing and do 8 follow-ups in the space of a day because someone's going to look at you. You seem desperate, and desperacy does not create sales, right? It doesn't. So an example, after sending a message, follow up within 24 hours and then 48 hours to keep the momentum. You do not want to be following up 3-4 times a day. Unless you're being constantly aired, you can make funny follow-ups with memes, jokes, and be like, hey bro, something I said. Have I been too rude to you? You can do like the Mr. Bean looking at his watch gif. But a rule of thumb is to follow up 24 hours after you sent your last message and then 48 hours after that. Remember as well, we're going to be hitting lots and lots of volume when prospecting. So it's going to be unreasonable to use your time just following up the same person 3, 4, 5 times a day. It just doesn't make sense. It's not a good use of time. Leveraging seasonality. So seasonality and special occasions create natural urgency, and here's how to use them effectively. So, number 1, holidays and end of year pushes. So this is right now. This is what we're going through right now. Use New Year's resolutions, Black Friday, or an end of year budget to create urgency. These are emotional times when people are thinking about change, improvement, and planning for the future. To add to that as well, lots of people have targets they either need to hit or exceed for the end of Q4. We've got like 19 days left of the month. Lots of people are going to be wanting to start the new year hitting the ground running instead of waiting until the new year and then start moving. If you've got motion before New Year's starts, you're going to move a lot faster through January compared to if you start on January the 1st. So an example of this, starting the new year strong, let's lock in the deal before January the 1st. So a live example, I'm talking to Jake. I want to bring him to the community to pass my test. I'll be saying, hey Jake, I know December is ridiculously busy for absolutely everybody, myself included. You should feel very lucky that you've actually got some of my time. However, I just wanted to shoot you this message because I want to lock you in before the start of January so that when January comes around, we've already got motion and we're ahead of the game. Jake, would you be moving forward or would you be mugging me off and waiting until January?
Oh man, success loves speed. Let's get it. Let's go.
Exactly, my friend. Number
Mhm.
two, seasonal promotions. So yet again, this is more so for somebody who is running their own offer. However, you can use this yourself by telling little white lies, which is never hurt nobody. So tailor your offer to match the seasonal trends. So an example, beat the summer rush, get your pool service scheduled right now before the prices go up. So we can do the same thing as what I said about the $150 tomorrow. We can literally say, you want to beat the New Year's resolution numpties by booking in now, joining now, because when January comes around, the price is going up. That's literally a little white lie that you guys can say as appointment setters to create urgency. It may well be that in January the price does go up, or it might stay the same. However, the prospect isn't going to know that because they're going to hear that the price is going up. They're going to jump forward because they don't want to wait around, waste any more time, or waste some money in the new year. And then by the time January comes around and the price goes up or stays the same, they won't even know because they're already in the program. They've already been sold. So you can create little seasonal promotions for yourself to use in your own vocabulary. I wouldn't personally be putting exact numbers on it because then you might get held accountable. But saying things like, in January, the price will be increasing, so it makes sense to move forward now. In the summer, you can say the start of September, when everybody goes back to college, we're putting our prices up. You should definitely move forward at the end of August. Whatever it is, you can come up with your own little seasonal promotions. You can say that there's going to be a Halloween deal, but after Halloween, the price will be increasing. So jump in now before Halloween's over, etc., etc. I'm sure you guys get the idea. Quarterly goals. So highlight how your product can help the prospect meet their own quarterly or annual goals. This is a really crucial one for the academy. So if a prospect has personal goals of maybe creating their own freedom, working for themselves, running their own schedule, appointment setting is the highest leverage way to do so. And most people who are trying to start businesses have plenty of online startups and fail, who are working 9 to 5s, suck at one thing, which is why their business has failed. And that is sales. So saying to somebody who they've gone for a couple startups, they're still working a 9 to 5, that their quarterly or annual goal to create their own freedom and work for when they want, this is going to be a great way. Atrax is going to help you do that. It helped me do that. It helped Sam do that. It helped Jake do that. It helped Kishon do that. It helped Tebe do that. It helped Randy do that. If you guys want some testimonials to leverage when you're selling, just let us know. We can send them over to you. But use these testimonials and the prospect's own goals as leverage. Say, look, Jake, I'm sure you don't want to be stuck in your 9 to 5 for the whole of 2025 like you have been for 2024, do you? No, you don't. And I know you don't because I was in the same position last year. However, I took action, I joined the Setter Academy, and I'm now absolutely crushing it. You should do the same thing. Jake's going to go, wow, yeah, you're right, I don't want to be doing my door-to-door knocking, my flipping burgers, my delivery driving, whatever it is for 2025. I'm going to take action. I'm going to start going, get the ball rolling. Capitalize on scarcity and timing. So when we combine our deadlines with seasonal events, we're going to have the highest form of leverage through the holiday seasons. So a prime example of this would be our holiday promo ends on December the 31st. Sorry, don't miss out. or simply saying something like, after the Christmas period is over, from January the 1st, our price is going to increase. You're using scarcity as well as timing. So, in conclusion, urgency and timing are two very powerful tools within remote sales when they are used strategically. By creating compelling, time-sensitive offers and aligning them with key moments in your prospect's life, you can significantly improve your appointment setting rate. And always remember, urgency drives action. Timing ensures your messages resonate with the prospect. Seasonality adds emotion and practicality push. So I want you to put these techniques into your inventory and watch your sales and settings boost.